The first thing today, we're going to learn about propagating seeds from plants that you want to have a big amount of. Now you see this grouping right here? That's called a columbine, and they go by seeds only, and you don't have to dig holes for them. You just lay them on top of the area. So here is what they call the seed packet. It's the leftover part of the flowering system. And we're going to just pluck this off. And we'll take a look inside. And see, you can just, well, maybe you can't see it here. Let me get a better angle here. There. See that black stuff in there? That is actually seed. Now I'm going to take that seed out here. I'm going to lay the camera down. And then we're going to put it in the garden that I'm trying to extend out. Okay, see in my hand, that's all seed. Now I'm going to get one more, but we're going to spread these first. So this garden is pretty well propagated with this color, which is purple and white. We're going to check some of these other ones here to see if they're ready yet. But this garden, let's try it on this garden to make it a little bit more fuller with this stuff here. So what we're going to do is just take these seeds and we're just going to scatter them. So that's what I'm going to do now. Just scatter them, and wherever they land, probably next year we shall have some flowers. So hold on. I'm trying to make both gardens very similar here. So let's grab another pocket and we shall do the same again. And then we'll do it on the other garden. And then we will check and see about the other ones here. So let's see what we got. Okay, we got another handful. We're going to go and try to balance it out here a little bit to this lower area here. And you can see I got a whole bunch of columbines here. Columbines are extremely expensive. Generally speaking, about $5, $6 a plant. Okay, now I'm going to do the same in the next garden, and then we'll start our next project for the day. Bye. Our next project of the day is weeding this garden. Now I purposely let the weeds get bigger so I could tell them easily from the columbines, because sometimes the columbines look just like the weeds and vice versa. Now, you can see this is a nice columbine here, and this is all weed. Okay, all weed. Now let me show you a baby columbine here. Let me find one. See, right here is a baby columbine. So we have to be very careful as we go weeding through this garden. Now, with the thing with weeds is there's a general class of weeds. And any plant can be determined to be a weed if it's growing in an area you don't want it to grow. Now, like this columbine, say, could grow in the grass or say over here in this garden, and we didn't want it over there, so then it would be considered a weed. Same with trees, same with any item whatsoever you have on the place. There's a general class that's weed no matter where it is. And then sometimes plants and trees can also be considered weeds, depending on where they're located. But we have done a lot of propagation. You can see a lot of columbines over here, and they're scattered throughout here. And the reason why we want them here is that we have the tulips and daffodils first in the season, in the early spring. Then these come up, and the more ground cover we have, the less weeds we will get. And I'm using it as a weed barrier as well. And I fell in love with columbines when I found one in my grape vineyard just down the way there. And I couldn't believe how beautiful it was. And when I found out what it was, man, I had to make this into a columbine garden. And there's red and white, blues, solid blues, purple and whites. And this year I added a whole 16 or so of multicolored columbines. So I dug about 30 holes this year. As you can see over there, if there's more columbines, a lot of those were also new shoots. And from now on, we have enough here on the estate that we can propagate our own, and we do not have to pay no $5 and $6 a plant. So that's my demonstration on this type of weeding. Bye.